Dukes of Weebdom!
Weebdom.
Episode 61.
The severely deprived of Kagurabachi podcast.
Deprived of a lot of things. It's Golden Week. Hey. Those manga need their break.
Look, I actually meant to read like one chapter of Astro Royale today. Pop it open. Scroll like the first couple pages just to look and scroll back to the first page. I'm like, just not feeling it. All right out the gates.
I still haven't read the rest of that chapter for the other one. Shit, what is it called?
Oh, yeah, shit. There was another one, isn't there?
It is, yes.
Fuck.
Kyokoto Necromance.
Yes.
I was enjoying it so far. I'm on page 35 of 55.
I'll probably read that one first.
And then
There's like no shade to the Tokyo Avengers guy, but I'm just not a huge fan of his character designs right off the bat.
I read the first like 15 pages of that Astro Royale and it wasn't catching me. So I was like, I mean, it's kind of my fault in a sense because I'm only given the first chapter 15 pages. You know, you think you should at least read the whole chapter, but I don't know.
You might still, but it's...
If I can't make it through, if I'm already bored at the beginning...
I tell you, Astro Baby didn't lose me on my first 15 pages.
No.
I was sliding further up my chair.
Deprived of that, too, this week.
Yeah. Deprived of so much. And yet, I still didn't compensate and read more.
Sakamoto misses you.
It does.
I'm a whole 2 ass chapters. So much. So much reading. I also didn't take much advantage of the break we had because we always talk about there's so much we want to read. We want to read this, we want to read that.
I have like so much Shoujo X to catch up on. Oh my god, too much Shoujo X to catch up on, and I would like to get some further in Seraph of the End again. That'd be nice to pick back up.
Aren't you only like 10 chapters in?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're long ass chapters, aren't they?
Yeah, 19. I'm past where I dropped the anime, which is when Yu goes like berserk.
It's funny, that means like all of season 1 is like 20 chapters.
Yeah, it sure is. Definitively less than, because again, I'm at least like a solid episode's worth beyond that even.
That's crazy. I don't know, because I still want to go back and, because there's like old series that I've seen the anime of, or read the manga years ago that I want to go back. Like, I want to read Tenji Tenge again and finish it. Cause I
was about to criticize you, be like, shouldn't you read new stories? But you brought up such a great
example.
Yeah.
But if I do that, I'd be starting over again from chapter 1. And I've always been interested in reading Elfen Lied. Just random throw.
I wasn't even sure if it was a manga first or not.
It was.
It was?
Yeah. I know that because back when I was first watching it, back in the early 2000s or mid 2000s, whenever it came out, there's a lot of unanswered questions that you get in the anime. So I was looking into it, and a lot of the anime is different than what people are saying. Like, his reaction to finding out she was the one that killed his family. So like the whole anime is just different. So it's like, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe. I mean, that's like so at the bottom of the list.
I had one like that too. Akame ga Kill. So I watched Scamboli's video of Akame ga Kill, and he has a little summary of some of like the things you'll miss if you don't read the manga, because he's like, I think you should still read the manga.
Yeah, Tatsumi doesn't die.
No, in fact, I hear he becomes a dragon and has sex with
the pink-haired girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, Joan of Arc. That's all you need. I'm in. You sold me, Scam. You can stop now.
Fate stay, Joan of Arc.
Yes.
To clarify.
Yes, not the literal Joan of Arc.
Yes.
No.
Not the one burned at the stake, but yeah, at the same time.
Dragon believers had like a ray of hope.
But then there's also like Undead Unluck and Witch Watch, they're just buried in my continue reading.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to keep... I mean, I might keep watching Undead Unluck, but we watched the first episode together, me and my partner, and it hasn't come up since.
I enjoyed it. I watched it.
It was pretty nice.
I'm further in the anime than I am in the manga.
I care about the power system more than the characters implementing said power system. But that's cool from one episode.
Done,
yeah.
And there was something else too. I mean, I'm still reading Berserk. I was fucking going ham on it, so I chilled out. But
I should have read some more 20th Century Boys because I'm actually getting pretty close to finishing that first Viz Big. It's so good. Reading that and watching Pluto at the same time, which are both from the same author, it's pretty nice because I could see like the parallels in how he writes stories.
Part of me wishes that I could get into the glory that is Kingdom, but I just don't want that fucking time commitment, dude.
I really think that one anime episode ruined the idea of Kingdom for me.
I know exactly.
The moment you said it, I just saw them yelling over the cliff again in my mind so vividly.
I'm sure it's fire in the manga.
I bet it is. I bet I wouldn't have had all those, like, are these two kids just yelling over a mountaintop about gonna be in war someday? That's gonna be us. Ah!
So you actually have...
My problem is I'm pretty sure there's no English official releases for Kingdom. Like, you would absolutely be reading that online.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And there's no way of buying all those physicals.
Yeah, I was about to say, to be fair, you probably would rather that for Kingdom.
Let's see.
Saint Poon Poon with like 9 to 11 volumes.
Yes, you should read Poon Poon because it's good. It is really good.
Oh, I know.
Magi is the other one.
Oh, older ones you want to pick back up?
Yeah, well, for the manga, because I
want some closure?
Yeah. I would probably pick it up where season 1 ends. Because I've seen season 1 twice. So I would want the more added content of Hakuryu and his backstory that is shown.
Yeah, I feel like you should even go like maybe 1 or 2 volumes beyond that. Do you really want like all the start of being in the magic school again? I'm like,
yeah, probably not.
There's some of that could be skipped. I get wanting to get like the full arc experience, but I think I would run out of steam a little bit.
And Sunken Rock.
Yes.
Or like the big ones. I mean, I have a fuckload of just like bullshit stuff here that you would just not be interested in. All my degenerate mangas.
I would like to get back on some One Piece sometime.
I would also like you to get back on some One Piece sometime. Oh, and then I scroll up and it's like, oh yes, Tower of God and Tokyo Ghoul.
And I have too many of them stacking now too, because it's like, I want to catch up with Blue Lock, but it's always so intimidating. So I'm like, I'm going to pick this up and it's going to be like the only fucking thing I read.
Well, I mean, that's what you were doing with Blue Lock originally.
Oh, yeah.
But I know you...
So good.
You read that on the web browser too, though, right?
Yeah, that's the most heart-wrenching part. If I could just have it on an app, I wouldn't even care.
Oh, I have no excuse for the Tokyo Ghoul part because that's on the Shonen app. Same with Witch Watch and Undead Unluck.
Most of the ones I said too, I have no excuse. Yeah.
Berserk, I have 3 volumes of those deluxe left to read.
I have the 2 Black Clover chapters to read, but that led my mind to Togashi's drawing again. I need to read that one Hunter x Hunter chapter I still left unread.
Oh, what? Is there, like...
He posted on Twitter him literally, like, outlining the pages and numbering them. That was, like, it. And I was like, oh, Togashi's back! I'm like, you didn't do anything this time? Were you just writing? Oh, no. Oh, no.
No, at this point, let the man just write the story and then let someone else draw it. Give the opportunity to someone else, like what Toriyama was doing.
We get some blank ass panels with some long ass paragraphs. I can feel it already.
Because whoever, I forget his name, the guy that's taken over Dragon Ball now.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name.
He was I'm pretty sure he's been drawing with Toriyama for a while.
Is he the guy doing Super? I would presume.
Oh, Toyotaro. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that is the guy that that draws Super.
Yeah, as his successor for when he retires or passes on. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think he. I mean, like, look at the talent of artists. There's plenty of talented artists out there. Like, look at Kaiju B-Side. Like, you could not tell that is not by the original creator. It looks exactly like it.
Did you check out the color pages today?
For Kaiju?
Yeah, Kaiju B-Side.
Oh, no.
They put some color pages, and I think the last one's going to tell us who the next arc's going to be.
Oh, for Kaiju B-Side?
Yeah, for B-Side specifically.
Yeah, let me check right now. Hold on. Kaiju B-Side.
Once again, yeah, it is indistinguishable.
Shinomiya. Ooh, that's a great artwork of Shinomiya.
It sure is.
Oh, so is it just all this guy?
Yeah, it's Narumi. Look at the hair. Scroll in, zoom into that hair. You can see that little white poof that's in Narumi's hair.
I love how he took whoever it is took the claw of the mantis and cut the head off.
I'm telling you, it's Narumi.
I'd start reading it again.
It's probably gonna be how he got recruited in the first place, judging from that picture.
But yeah, that artwork, all those color pages on Shinomiya are fucking badass.
Hell yeah. Yeah, see, because the white spot's like right in that same like corner of the hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's probably what's going down.
Oh, that is such a great fucking picture. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, it is. Is that a volume cover?
I think so.
Looks like it.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Because Toyotaro looks... You can tell the difference between his and Toriyama's work.
But
it's very similar.
Yeah.
Indistinguishable with Kaiju number 8.
Yeah, it's insane.
Boruto did horrible, though. That is just completely different. I'll never forgive
the
that.
JoJoified them. And
I will never forgive that person for what they did to the character designs of Naruto. And the fact that Kishimoto approved most of them.
I don't hate most of them. I hate Naruto. I don't like his hair. I think Sasuke looks good.
I think Sasuke looks too emo. The hair covering his eye. It's Sasuke, I know, but it's like, come on, dude.
It's Sasuke. At least it looks good. Shikamaru also looks really good.
Shikamaru looks like the same with the goatee, right?
Yeah, taller.
Yeah,
full jacket. I like a lot of them. Like I like Hinata. I like Hinata's like outfit and hair.
So Togashi just
I hate all of the children though. I absolutely despise all of the children.
The Orochimaru spawn isn't bad. I like his character.
Keep in mind this is a little janky because it's from the anime, not the manga.
No,
but like general beats, yeah.
For Shikamaru, yeah.
Little beard.
Yeah, what's the Orochimaru spawn?
I like him. He's the few ones I like. It's Mitsuki.
Yes. He's cool.
Yeah. Everyone else I don't.
Agreed. And then so Togashi, just find somebody to just draw it for you. Oversee it. So you can have like a backseat role. You can do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you're currently doing. You just need a phone. The dude just calls you. Or
you can even like lay down on your back and write on your notepad.
You just need a keyboard.
You don't have to hunch over even for the writing anymore. Like, speaking of kaiju, did you see the new episode?
Of course.
Good.
I didn't remember that Kaiju number 9 showed up so fucking early.
I also didn't remember. I knew he reveals himself. 8 reveals himself this episode.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, for some reason, Shinomiya is going to be in danger, and this is when he pops in front of her. But I wouldn't have remembered that if not for B-side, because Shinomiya thinks of that moment constantly. She's like, why am I still thinking about Kafka? And like flashes to that moment where he's in front of her. So in my brain, I'm like piecing together like how much space the story needs. I'm like, Shinomiya sees him. Next up, Hoshina sees the kaiju form and fights him in the city. Then he reveals to everyone. So I'm like piecing together in my head.
It takes a little while. I don't know if the anime will get to the point where he is revealed to everybody.
I almost hope not, because then it'll feel longer, even just by having to wait.
And we've talked about this before with Kaiju. I liked it when he was hiding it.
Big same. I mean? But super sick.
The episode, yeah.
Seeing 9 come out was a big shock.
You know what? Well, I was about to say something, but like JJK proves this theory like wrong. But I like how it's Kaiju is like not bringing back, but I like how it does. You know, like the anime tropes of like over exaggerated features when someone is like.
I also been enjoying that
for the comedy relief sections.
Those little sections where Kafu is going back to Shinomiya to like apologize and beg that she doesn't tell people. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about, because Kaiju actually does that so well too.
And like, because like I always think back to like Full Metal Alchemist did that.
Also did it so well
with like the weird drawing styles, like when his head got big,
they pop out and do a comic strip sort of like things.
Yes, I loved
Alphonse's face going all cute and smooth.
Yes, I loved all that shit. And
or wiggly arms.
I feel like anime doesn't do that as much, or it's not to the same.
Because we're in a grim, dark phase right now.
Yeah.
But no, I really appreciate it too, because that, like, I want to say the last couple episodes I was like iffy on how they're doing it, but this episode it just like locked in.
This is only episode 3 or 2.
3.
But yeah, no, I'm digging it, and it shows too that like the IG production is doing it right. Production IG or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
Anytime he transforms, it's just stunning.
That was really nice.
Oh, and then
with the shit stripping back to do the rocket punch, and the way it burst, even my partner was like, damn. Because we both were like,
there are some serious high quality double page spreads in early Kaiju. When he's like defeating things, like punching them through buildings and shit, that's like
those big punchy moments.
It's gonna, because another test of the same things whenever the Dandadan anime comes, to see how well an anime can really showcase these double page spreads.
I was thinking about it while I was reading my 3 chapters today. I was just like, I can't wait.
September?
I think so. It's either September or October. Yeah.
I can wait, because then that means it's winter again, and I
can't wait.
I like summer, so let's not.
I hate summer.
I love summer.
I was just like sweating at the park. It was just,
Nah, I love it. I love the heat. I hate the cold. But anyway, it was amazing. The episode was great.
The way that Kaiju just burst, the blood dripping down the missing windows. Oh, so good.
Yes.
And I've totally forgot about number 9 hiding among the cleaning crew.
I did not.
I completely forgot about.
I remembered it as soon as he turned back into a human. I was like, wait, he's there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Before he even went outside with the cleaning crew. But this kind of put a damper on me a little bit, because I was like, Kaiju number 9 is this early? That means he's been around through the whole series. So what happens now when we supposedly defeat him or not?
That's why I want to say it was like maybe 4 episodes ago now. I was like a little worried. I'm like, what if they just end Kaiju after this?
The only other possible thing is, like they said, that there's the gate where the Kaiju come from in the middle of the ocean Pacific.
There's still a lot of answers with like what's up with 9 specifically. Like whatever we find out about Nine's composition could extrapolate farther. And
yeah, and just the fact too that he is like, apparently in the last couple of chapters with the Mina thing, he was like giving off the impression that he is multiple kaijus in one, or he's been around for a long thing, so like a hive mind type thing for the kaijus.
You saw Ghost Samurai. Like, there's got to be more. There's got to be more.
It's good stuff. I'm getting our resurgence of kaiju, because for a while there we're like, oh yes, they just keep winning, even though they still just keep winning. It's like the good stuff is back, you know, not just like action.
It's getting hype again. Yeah.
Not that it wasn't hype before. It's just like it was getting predictable. Like, okay, new kaiju.
Especially as like our other things we read have been like more to dig into, like Chainsaw Man specifically.
Yeah,
like Chainsaw Man swinging and swerving while kaiju is just going the straight and narrow.
We do have a chapter of Chainsaw Man to talk about.
Oh, we do have a chapter of Chainsaw Man to talk about. Thank you.
But yes, so kaiju's been doing good. So the stakes have returned, but at the same time, I feel like they
returned just to leave again. They returned for Mina, but now that Kafka's here, I'm not too worried about anything. Well,
because you could say, "Oh, I'm worried about her mental well-being because she got infected," but I'm like, at the same time, if she didn't like just die right there, she's probably just gonna be all right.
Yeah, she better be at least.
Byaku might die, but you know,
I'll be sad.
I would be sad too.
So fucking badass.
For real. It's just like a ginormous pet fucking tiger, rather.
Yeah. I've been enjoying him, seeing him in as like a background character for these early episodes of Kaiju 2. Just seeing him kind of around. So Chainsaw Man.
I actually don't. I kind of remember what happened. I know he went back
to
his
house. They were walking around.
Yeah.
They were walking around and talking. But it was kind of really nice. Like, I wanted Asa and Denji to have like a conversation again.
You were totally right, though. He immediately asked for Nayuta.
Yep.
And I said it too. I guess it too. He doesn't understand the difference between Asa and Yoru. He just thinks they're the same person.
Yeah. She even changed in front of him. It didn't do nothing. Did you see my new profile picture?
No.
I said it to Denji's face there.
Nice.
Just like that caveman expression that,
It's so weird, too, because Denji's being like, he's so unfortunately confused, because it's like you got Asa, who's trying to care and help for him, but then you got Yoru who keeps swapping in and being like, I hate you, let's fight.
Fight me.
So he's just so confused.
Which must also be really weird with his previous knowledge of Asa. Like, it's all conflicting.
I love that he's just like, I want sushi. But I don't like sushi.
I love that Famine just like, that whole little interaction in general. Famine, say something. Maybe he can't fight because he's hungry. Hunger makes you negative.
And then his tummy growls. I hate sushi. Anything but that. Sushi. I love how Katana Man was just like, what a bitch.
Yeah.
You asked him for anything, and when he answers, you said no.
I don't even like the guy, but damn.
So heartless.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, there you go.
Banner stays the same, though.
Oh, yes, Chihiro.
Yep, keep a cool head. Forever fucking with it.
Sadness that we didn't have one.
I know, I'm devastated. We did have a wild strawberry, though.
We did, and I fucking flew through the chapter. I was like, oh shit, it's over already? It's really just the introductions to
the test arc.
Yeah,
basically. I did like that caveat where they're all brought in with the blackout mask. He's like, you either pass or die. And then if you don't take off the helmet within 5 seconds, you fail right there because you hesitated.
Without telling you about the 5-second
it's
rule.
It's so great. Big fucking with that. But yeah, it's pretty much just, I'm your proctor. Here's your other proctor. Though I do like these plant monsters at the end. I like their little metal like hooves.
Yeah, so
and claws and shit. That's badass.
You think that maybe that's to prevent them from kind of like burrowing in the ground and like going away or something?
Oh no, it looks like an enhancement to me.
Yeah, probably.
Looks like it's for breaking children's ribs.
I always wondered though in these situations, like, how did they capture those? And then like, how did they capture the kaiju that were in Kaiju No?
Hey, where did you put those in? Did you just herd them?
Right. So these things are dangerous, and then you're just throwing them at new recruits. It's a horribly ineffective way to gain new people.
At least they had shields, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Because Mina said to turn them all on. It didn't seem to do Shinomiya any good.
No. And in this one, he's just like, yeah, you're probably going to alive. You're probably going to die. It's like, you just... What?
I love how he framed that, though, with the helmets. Like, he's like, this is a last act of mercy. Thank us for sparing your pitiful lives.
Terrible. Terrible management.
I love it. Let's murder these children to train other children to stop the children murdering plants.
I don't know why that made me think of fucking Promised Neverland for whatever reason.
Because murdering children.
Yeah. And plant-esque monsters. They're kind of planty.
Kinda.
Kinda, not really.
No.
More alien-y.
Yeah. More hollow-y.
I wish I could watch Promised Neverland for the first time again just to see that twist.
Same.
For the first time.
That was magic. The fumbling of Promised Neverland should be studied. Because they had everything going for them. That was like, I dare say, one of the best first seasons of any anime.
You're definitely up there. You were hard pressed.
All the way through, I was literally like locked in. Like I'm like face to the TV at that point.
We rushed straight to the manga after that too.
Because it was so fucking good.
But then it took us forever to finish it. Like 3 or 4 years. We took a break from the last like 30 chapters.
Oh, I think I could subconsciously feel it like rushing itself a bit.
At the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Norman coming back as an adult because science stuff. It was just like, I wanted you back. I don't know if I wanted you back like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the original reveal that, oh, hey, Norman's alive.
Same.
But then when we find more out about, hey, Norman's alive, it's like,
I even liked his like motive changes and stuff like that. It's really just like how weird it is to like, we pumped you full of science, now you're an adult.
I do wish that, who was that guy? Q or whatever? They were chasing the whole time? Or is it
is God?
No, the dude that left all the like messages. Minerva, yes. I was kind of hoping that he was still alive somewhere.
Same.
Or if not, that he would have been someone like way older, like 200 years ago older when he died. Yeah. Not, the dude died like 3 weeks before the story.
I kind of want to buy those like last volumes and give them to my partner so he can finish it too. Because I do think it's worth finishing if for no other reason, for the Isabella reveal.
Yeah.
When she turns all of the sisters against the monsters.
That is such a badass shot when you see her again. And she just comes in looking so badass. And I'm like, that panel. It was just awesome. But I hate the end.
I didn't hate it.
I don't like that her promise with the God thing meant nothing. Because it's like, there were no consequences to what she did.
She still didn't really explicitly remember them.
No, she doesn't remember them, but at the same time, they got her back. So now they can just tell her about it, and she can forge new bonds with them and just continue with them.
I think the new deal with God in general was just all too convenient.
Yeah. It was a convenient way to end the series.
Like, and it sounded convenient from the get-go, but the fact that, like, you got this God that wants to even eat you specifically, too, to be like, just give me your memories, bro. Everything's solved. I'll recreate the world by your rules. Just let me nom those memories.
Yeah. I don't know.
But the Isabella deal is still worth it.
But that's the problem with something that's so good, so consistently, that at some point it's going to have a drop-off. Or with a build-up like that for so long, it's so easy for it to not meet your expectations because of how high you built them up yourself. You know what I mean?
And a little bit of credit to it. The chapter where the whole family finds Emma again came out like months after the ending. It was like an extra.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think the technical planned ending was for Emma to still be away from them, but there's like, let's write in where the happy reunion comes in.
I think it was because people were pissed off, weren't they?
Yeah, they didn't like the ending either. They never liked the ending. Probably for the convenience side of it that we were mentioning. I feel
like there's a lot of anime, like, because Attack on Titan, people didn't like that ending either.
It's really hard to tie everything together in a story.
Especially, like...
And once you end something, too, you have no more control over the message of it.
Especially something like Attack on Titan and Promised Neverland, where they're similar in the aspects of the early seasons are that huge mystery, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Element that's going on. And then...
The more the mystery dropped out for me, too, the more my attention dropped out.
Well, because that's the thing, too. That mystery element is what draws the intrigue to stories, because you're trying to figure it out, or you're sticking around to find it, and then you're making up your own answers in your head.
And no answer is ever going to be as good as the thousands of answers you create along the way.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be plenty more in the future, too, that might have... We're living in it right now with JJK. The ending is already starting to fumble its way out of JJK. I don't even see an ending in sight for Chainsaw Man. That thing, I don't even know where it's going.
I don't even know where it goes, like, thematically. Like, a story where we started out about, like, what it means to, like, have a good death and live a good life, to where we are right now, it's a little, weird.
Honestly, it could have ended with part 1 and been fine. Just like, yeah. Cause the last
Promised Neverland? Yeah, I was talking about JJK.
I was talking about Chainsaw Man.
It absolutely could have ended with part 1. No, I was saying for JJK, where like it started with like the purpose of living and like. What
I thought you meant that was Chainsaw Man.
No,
the purpose of living or a good death, because of that could be applied.
I was thinking of like when the grandfather dies, and like Yuji very explicitly says the theme of the story.
Yeah.
What does it mean to have a good death?
And that theme was never explored again.
No. It just feels rushed.
It feels unplanned.
Completely. So does Chainsaw Man, to be fair there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just think Fujimoto's way better at winging it, because he also likes to be funny. And funny goes a long way when it comes to winging things.
Yes. And the only time JJK has been funny recently is
Takaba
and Kenjaku fight.
Yeah, and then before that, oh god. Oh god.
You gotta go way his back.
Pre-Shibuya, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's whatever. We'll see how it goes. That's always.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Oh, wait. I'm here for the fucking long haul.
Yeah.
Good or bad. I'm just trying to think of other, like, big-time mangas that might have had an ending that people weren't really pleased with. I don't know exactly how Tokyo Ghoul ends.
Demon Slayer.
Well, that last chapter just sucks. It would have been totally fine if you didn't have the last chapter. Because it makes no sense.
I had to give it a little bit of thought, but that popped up.
But I was also not in the community of Tokyo Ghoul when I was reading it to see if people liked or disliked how it ended. So, and again, I'm not too sure how it ends.
Yeah, I don't hear much about many manga ending. Besides, like, old school ones.
Yeah, they seem to get canceled before they end.
Yeah. Well, I was even thinking, like, Soul Eater. Soul Eater has a shit ending.
The manga?
The anime.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what happens with anime original endings.
I don't know about the manga ending yet.
Unless you're Code Geass, because that's an anime original entirely, and that ending is perfect.
Slapping.
The problem is that they keep going with
it. But that's probably the reason it was slapping too, is because they didn't have to write like a weekly story like that.
Yeah, but now they keep adding more. There's another one coming
now
out.
It feels like it's oh no, stop.
There is a sort the other day. They're coming out with another OVA thing of Code Geass. Yeah.
Big sad.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to watch any of it.
Let it rest, please.
I watched like two of the Agito the Exiled ones. And like the minute Lelouch came back into the story in Agito the Exiled, which takes place between the two seasons, I was like, no, you're hurting my enjoyment of the original timeline now. Let's stop this nonsense.
And Lelouch of the Resurrection is just fanfic.
Yeah.
Basically. It's just all that is. It's like, we wanted Lelouch and C2 to be together, so here you go.
So instead of just confirming he's the cart driver at the end, let's make a whole movie series. We could have just ended this all with a simple, yes, that's him. But no, we're going to make movies. One social media post could have done this.
Wild.
Shitty. Terrible.
Did you read that?
Of course I did.
Gokurakugai.
I did.
It was great. I loved it. Fucking goth mommy.
Goth mommy, crazy mommy. She's the one that's exsanguinating people, clearly. Because if you remember, they said there's bodies missing all of their blood.
Yes. Poor
Mako.
delivery friend. Yeah, that page right there.
Yeah.
Well, the one before it, too. That one.
It's sadly another one I don't have too much to say.
Yeah. I fucking rolled when I fucking page turned and he's like, we haven't even gotten laid yet. And she deleted all my FAP material. I was like, this poor man. But at the same time, simps get what simps get, I guess, right?
You effed around and found out.
Well, I would say, because I was like, hey, listen, dude, it's maybe better for you that you didn't stick your dick in crazy, but it turns out he didn't need to.
He literally didn't.
He didn't need to get killed.
This is going to be weird. Her now latching on to Alma.
I love Miss Tao's face on the last page.
Oh, what the fuck?
I also love how wholesome Alma just was the whole time, just being like the middleman, trying to patch their relationship, talking to Miss Tao about it.
You gotta give your girl more attention, man.
But at the same time,
what she says.
She got jealous of him watching the news station.
I almost thought like he was Alma was setting his boy up with all that talk. Yeah.
He definitely did. And
Dude, aren't you listening to this woman that's about to stab you? You need to give in to all of her demands.
And that's why he's dead now. Another reason for Alma to hate himself.
Yeah.
I just think Alma should not make new friends. It doesn't go well for him.
It's true. It's disastrous.
Like the dude in the cemetery. Right? Did that guy
Jin.
live? Or was that Jin?
I think that was Jin.
Right.
Strangler.
Well, whole bunch of chapters ago, like the kid that went there and his dad turned into a spirit or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know if that was Jin or not. I thought it was just some random kid.
I was thinking of when he just ran into Jin in the middle of the night.
Oh, no, not that one. But yeah, him too.
Yeah.
And now this guy. So maybe you should just stick with Miss Tao and the other...
From the cafe people. And
badass samurai dude.
Big Wolf Daddy.
Yes, all of them. They seem to be able to handle themselves.
Quite literal Wolf Daddy, because he does actually like daddy/mommy everybody.
And is a wolf.
And is a wolf.
And I love how it's just not explained.
Ever.
He's just is.
Just there.
Hi, peeps. I got a wolf face. What you gonna do about it? Howl at the moon.
Howl. Thing. What you gonna do?
But on that note, Dandadan! So, you were behind a little bit.
Yes, indeed.
So, I only read today's chapter because that's all I had, so.
Before today, the last I saw was, like, right after Zuma gets turned. Like, literally, Zuma getting turned, and the chapter ended him, like, screaming.
Big sad, but at the same time, it's just like, I look at it, it's like, yes. Now Zuma's going to get this Seokai's power, and he's going to be able to join the group.
We already had some power before that.
Yeah, true. But it's just like...
To be fair.
To be fair, yes. But then it's like you got Evil Eye, Eye Patch Girl with the hair yokai, class president, fucking Kinta.
Yes, Kinta.
Then Vomola doesn't count really because she didn't get powers from something. She just got her suit back.
Yeah, well, Kinta also didn't get like magic powers. He just got the nano skin that the Serpo has.
I would call that powers though.
Yeah, but I mean it's not like yokais.
True, but it's a power up. But yes, agreed. It's not a yokai thing, but this is now, because we had Kinta and Vomola. Now it's like let's go back to the yokai powers. So I think, but at the same time, I don't think we need any more characters joining the group because I feel like you're gonna get to. I feel like we're already at the point where there's too many people to be able to focus on all of them. Cause
well, they don't need to focus on all of them. Because like even look like an arc like this. Who came to their side? It wasn't Ira and someone else. It was the cop and Serpo.
Yes. Which I love, by the
Same.
way. Because the main cast was always like the four, the four of them plus Granny and Turbo Granny.
And Pistol Shrimp. And the anatomical model.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
It's a big family.
Who are about to jump Saint Germain. Oh,
I'm so excited.
You thought this was going to be a 1v1? No. Bro. We jumping you.
We learned from Jujumsen Kaisen.
Jujumsen Kaisen.
The fucking laser beam Serpo has on his scanner. Oh, I actually went back a chapter. Damn it.
But yes, I do know what you're talking about.
Yes. Oh my god. It just hates me.
It really does. Wouldn't let you log in. Now it won't let you flip your page. He won't even let you flip a page. There you go.
Oh, thank God. There, we're back. So Serpo jumping in with his whole ass register.
I fucking love Serpo, dude.
Me too.
I'm so excited to see him because he comes so early in the series, but then disappears for so long.
I love the over the counter shots with it. And the cop just being like, "I'm gonna whip out the pistol."
We're using guns in this bitch.
All right, which one of you has a cannon? That's dangerous. This is now legitimate self-defense. I also loved the shot of Zuma like opening and closing the umbrella for the propulsion.
Yes, and how Serpo described what he was using this, or was it Turbo Granny? This chapter.
Turbo Granny, she did a lot of yapping.
Yeah, talking about how apparently the yokai that was sealed in here is some like seriously big shot or whatever.
Umbrella boy.
Which is weird though, because it's like, okay, Yuma already had the umbrella things, so now it's like just so happens to be that the umbrella yokai's the one sealed in here.
No, it was the card. That's what I'm saying. The card like took over his mind. He already had the yokai long before entering the box.
But who's the yokai that was sealed in the box?
The giant playing card monster.
Yes. I thought he was the one that took over.
He took over Zuma's body, but he's not like... He's not the umbrella boy.
I got you.
That's why I'm like, I don't think he'll get this yokai. Because he already has one.
Either way, our boy got his family jewel back, which means he's whole now, right? Or is it still just the one?
No, I think it's both. I have no clue. They get lost so fast.
They do.
Okurin trying to compete in his normal body because he can't go ghost form. Oh! Serpo turning into the heater.
Dude, that was so smart.
It was.
On Okurin's side to be like, yo, let's science this bitch.
So I was saying Fujimoto effortlessly adding humor. So does Tatsu.
I fucking loved that fight over the umbrella too after the tornado hit him.
Yep.
The cop runs up, kicks it, and then like that tussle they all have, like they're all trying to grab at him, and he's just like fighting them off him. It's very well telegraphed. Like you could easily follow exactly what was going on during the skirmish.
Into that beastly fucking hit Okurin takes.
Yes.
Or dodged out of one of the two, but still brutal.
I could see either or because he has the thing, so
yeah, he could have zipped out.
Or zipped out, yeah. But the artwork on his transformed state is just always so good.
The artwork on Zuma, all three of these chapters, has been really fucking good. He's looking so cool. Every time he pops out of the umbrella.
Well, I mean, Dandadan's art is always
top tier.
Just some of those panels. It's just like, how does this dude draw these weekly? And he doesn't take breaks. Like, I think Dandadan has been on one break, unless the magazine's on break. You know what I mean? So he's just going hard, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even expect a chapter today. So I would have assumed it would have gone on break with everyone else.
Agreed, but I was pleasantly surprised to see when I opened it up. And I was like, yes! Give it to me. But it's
coming next week too.
Nice. It's the arc, or this story beat is coming to a close though, because I mean they're just gonna, I'd say maybe 2-3 more chapters, have another fight,
beat him down,
and then closing chapters, and then
get backstory on the playing cards.
I love the fucking in between chapters too, in between story beats, because that's where you get the Okurin and Momo progression.
Yep, it's kind of like how this Chainsaw Man chapter was, actually getting to hear the characters have a normal conversation for a little bit.
Oh, speaking of that, real quick, not to just immediately go back to Chainsaw Man, but going after you escape from a prison, going to your house is the worst thing you could do.
Well, to be fair, like Haruka said, it's almost like a dream. They escape from prison and not a single government person seems to be after them, and they're not on the news at all.
True, but at the same time, you'd think they would be surveilling his house. So somebody knows whether they interfere with what they're doing right now or not. They definitely know.
They have to. I wouldn't interfere though, with how stacked that group is right now.
Yeah.
Yoshida's watching from afar.
I mean, Quan Chi, like they said, they don't think they could have taken Quan Chi. Quan Chi could have taken them all out.
Yeah, but I don't think they could have taken Quan Chi either.
It all depends, too, because,
Katana Man even tried.
Yeah.
She barely even had to move.
He got no diff, and so did Brains Dude.
Yeah, yep. Nail Fiend.
Is missing now, right? They just left him?
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I mean...
For the best.
They were in the room when they were putting Denji back together, though, because
he's
laying on the bed next to him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When Denji was sleeping, and then when he woke up, he was like, I liked you better when you were sleeping.
But it seems like they dipped for the house tour.
Yeah.
But that's
Famine's still a wild card, because you still don't just know what she's going to pull out.
But I would still assume it's going to be bad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's more of can we escape from Quan Chi? Not can we defeat Quan Chi?
And I'd still give it a resounding no when I saw her jump city blocks. Broke her legs, but still.
It's whatever. we've seen healing in Chainsaw
Yeah,
Man.
she didn't even seem that hurt by it. She was pretty unfazed. She's just
Yeah.
like, whoops, my legs. You're going to have to keep running.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just a thought I had. I was like, it's like returning to the scene of the crime type deal.
Yeah.
It's like it's a no-no. Don't do that. I don't know. That's Chainsaw Man.
It's Chainsaw Man. No clue where it can go from here. Or where it is going. I know it can go places. It's just like there's so many cards on the table right now. Don't know where Naota is. Bareem's probably still alive somewhere. But it's like Famine was leading that whole cult. So it's like...
Or at least was part of it.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Famine's such a weird part of this story right now.
Very. She's kind of existing. But
both a
also
manipulator,
scheming.
but at the same time, she doesn't seem to give a fuck about anything. Like she wanted to starve them like 2 arcs ago to control them, and now this chapter, she's like, maybe you guys are hungry. You should eat. Like,
or she just thinks that the current situation that they're all in is most beneficial to her.
Yeah, like it's already working towards her way.
Because she basically told us what she wants. She wants War and Chainsaw Man to be strong enough to beat Death Devil. Which I don't see happening.
No. Again, after the outing Falling had, finding out that affected the whole Earth, it's like, I can't even imagine what Death's going to be like.
Yeah, and like even like full on like burger shop Chainsaw Man and like nuke throwing War. I still think you need more.
Yeah, like I don't think they could take Darkness Devil.
Literal incarnation of death. Exactly. Yeah. It's like look at all.
He'd just like
You'd
be dead.
Was Quan Chi part of the Darkness Devil? She was in that arc, but did she go to hell with them?
Yes. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Quan Chi, Makima, Denji was whatever.
Yeah, Makima came in later, but she was there.
Aki,
yep.
Power,
the Violence Fiend, Angel, and some of Quan Chi's fiends were there, because one of them was the one that was literally freaking the fuck out, being like, we're being watched by a primal evil. Ma'am, do I have permission to kill myself? She's like, no.
Yeah, and that's just the darkness, you know.
And again, he literally just had to like point at people and they were fucking dead.
So I think that it's more likely they have to come up with a plan to subdue or send back wherever it's coming. Because if the Death Devil is coming back, it means it's been somewhere this whole time, not wreaking havoc. So
probably still in hell, trying to find a way back without dying.
Right.
That, you know what? Maybe that supports my little theory that they don't come back at like full strength. Maybe that's why there's some of them have like smaller forms. Like we see Pochita as a cute little dog. We see War as an owl. There has to be a downside to leaving hell and coming to Earth the normal way, is what I'm guessing. Because otherwise, wouldn't Darkness just off himself to go have human victims?
Well, if he just doesn't give a fuck.
I also think he doesn't give a fuck.
I'm just too strong and I'm just chilling here. You know what I mean?
I think Death might, though.
Right. But then it's like if you beat Death in a way that gets rid of it.
Yeah, eat Death.
You can't eat that. And like if you do...
And I'm still of a mind
now.
that Yoshida might want that. Because when he first found out about Chainsaw Man's powers, too, he's like, could he eat death? Like the concept of death in part 1. And I'm like, I'm watching you.
Sashida.
Sashida, yes.
Oh, interesting theory. I don't think it would be doable because you'd have to first get him to a weakened enough, or her.
Yeah,
most
probably her.
Probably her.
I'd put money on her.
The 3 others are all women.
Yeah.
So, 100%.
I'm the strongest of man, misogyny devil.
It's just some neckbeard.
It's just a redditor. I spread death. I am become death.
Destroyer of worlds. Sure, bud. Press those keys harder. speaking of death, I didn't know it happened literally immediately. But it hasn't happened yet. So mild spoiler warning for any anime onlys, but first episode of My Hero came out.
Ah. And I had no clue, actually.
Yeah. Stars and Stripes rolled up to Japan, and I didn't know that en route is when she fights fucking Shigaraki. She just rolls up on a flying Nomu, and I love how when she's flying there, though, she has an escort of fucking military jets, and she's standing on top of one.
That's fucking badass.
That's how she's traveling.
America.
Yes. So she's fighting him right now, and that's how the episode ended. It didn't but I know how the fight ends, which is gonna be next chapter. I was like, oh, so that means this was probably like 2 or 3 chapters in the manga that Stars and Stripes was introduced just to get beaten.
Yep.
Immediately.
It's so sad. It's like everyone loved her introduction. This is what I'm saying from seeing the fandom from afar. But everyone loved when she was introduced and completely thought it was wasted potential.
Because she's like dead, right?
I'm pretty sure she's like dead. Though, I'm trying to keep it slightly vague here. Has an impact.
Well, because
it's not like Gojo.
Yeah, because the whole chapter episode.
Actually, it might actually be closer to like Gojo than I even know, but
the whole episode, both All For One and Shigaraki were just talking about how they want that quirk to steal it from her or whatever. And well, yeah, New Order's broken.
Sure is.
But that's just, I don't know, I just thought that it's an okay episode. I mean, it's My Hero. It's just...
Yep. For some reason, Bones just won't give My Hero as much love as anything else they've worked on in their entire catalog.
I mean, some of My Hero is pretty... It's just the last few seasons hasn't been what it used to be.
Yeah.
When...
the first 2 were better than the last 4.
When he fought the mob dude with the plague mask.
Overhaul.
Yes. That was nice.
That was alright. Personally. I really did.
That was a fucking sick animation.
It's alright.
It was really good. A lot better than anything else.
It was a lot better, especially after what they did to Mirio's fight.
Oh, yeah, that was a travesty.
It's so sad because I was still invested even while watching how shitty they made it. I was still Mirio!
Sam, it was good, but at the same time...
It was not good.
No, I said...
Yeah.
The animation of it was bad.
Really bad.
It was good because of how it was written by the mangaka.
I dare say
paneled it.
It's only rivaled by Record of Ragnarok's use of slideshowing. Because Record of Ragnarok does the actual PNG moving stuff that looks so stupid.
Gross.
Yep. At least Mirio was just the still panels and not trying to do that corny shit. But I haven't felt like I loved an animation sequence in My Hero since Deku and Todoroki and everyone with the stain thing. Honestly. So I didn't even really care for the All Might All For One fight all that much. It looked fine though. I'm not sitting here to shit on it, but it's just
There was moments in United States of Smash was dope, but I feel like it could have been better. There's a lot of talking in it. And
because they're both the big hulky boys, it's not much for interesting attacks or anything. It's just who's hulking more.
What do you call it? Bakugo versus Midoriya was good.
Yes, that's actually the last fight that I loved because I've rewatched that fight many times, but it's just sad that it's so fucking short.
It is very short.
It's just like Greed and Edward. It's you compact all this quality into such a refined minute. Because it's so good. When Deku does the little spin and is on his feet like that, I get a little myself. Ooh.
And then he does the fucking axe kick.
Yeah, and Bakugo's
and
the lightning's trailing his face.
Yeah, so good.
A plus the light coming off of Bakugo's palm as he counterattacks that exact moment.
And then the way he gets him down and then uses the jets to jet him into the floor.
That fight was fire.
Yes.
I wish more MHA fights were like that. I wish more MHA animation was like that, because the thing that immediately came to mind is all the villains riding on Gigantomachia, and I'm just standing here snoozing the fuck out.
Yeah.
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 Dobby Dance was a nice scene that had some good character animation.
I don't know, but it's like
I want to start reading the manga. I wish I had more time for manga. Because, like, Horikoshi's art is so underloved. It's so good.
Stop buying live service games and you'll be alright.
I don't have to buy most of them, to be fair.
Stop downloading live service games and you'll be alright. It wasn't the purchase that mattered. It was the acquisition.
What if I told you I just downloaded 3 MOBAs?
You did tell me. Just play Predecessor.
Now I have Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends, and Dota 2. One of which I know I'm going to drop.
Heroes of the Storm better be the one you're gonna drop.
I've tried Dota before. It is hard to understand from an understanding standpoint.
How so? How different from League is it, or the standard?
Not that different, but it just feels like way less intuitive. There's like a item carrier you can like send back to base, and it eventually comes back to you to bring your items or something. There's
a character in Smite that does that as the passive.
I think that's just like how Dota works, but I couldn't really understand it either. Like, I could barely understand buying my items when I played that Dota 2 match.
Her name is Changa. She's this beautiful lady and has this little bunny that goes with her. But anytime you use the speech options, the bunny speaks and he has the deepest voice.
I love that.
Changa never talks. It's always the bunny. And you're passive anywhere on the map. You can open your map and buy an item, and you can see it on the map. The bunny will run all the way back to base, grab the item, and run all the way back to you and give you the item.
I plan to give it another try because it's the OG. It's the one that started it all.
Dota?
Yeah.
I didn't know Dota came first.
Yeah, Dota's the original Warcraft mod. That was the first MOBA. And then League of Legends, as Shammy puts it, League of Legends saw that. I was like, what if this was reasonable? And they made League of Legends.
And then Dota made Dota 2 to compete.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it does compete.
It does. Like, the Dota 2 has some of the biggest prize pools in esports. Same as League of Legends.
Which sucks, though, because they both look like ass.
Yeah.
And
I like top-down games, personally. I hate click-to-move, but I like top-down. I just like having top-down and WASD movement. Oh, how spoiled of me.
I just could never.
Which Heroes of the Storm is not WASD. It is absolutely click-to-move. The one good thing about click-to-move is, in MOBAs, though, is you could just click the part, like, you go back to base, and your camera will stay where you are. Like, it'll go back to base, and your camera's still here. And you just click here, and go take a sip of your drink as you watch your character on the mini-map walking that distance to where you click. So I was like,
Lazy.
I love it. It's so good.
Lazy.
It's my favorite part.
I don't know about that. I couldn't do it. There's just no way.
It's a lot to get used to.
It's just not for me.
That's why I'm worried about playing Tracer in there too. I don't even know how that's
First
supposed
off,
to
that's the
fucking
one
work.
you should be dropping because it's fucking. It's not even being supported anymore. And if you're gonna play,
but it's
just
not like
go
I'm gonna be some.
Play Overwatch.
It's not like I really. There's already like 100 characters. It's not like I need more.
True, but at the same time, just go play Overwatch instead.
Yeah, I can do both.
No, you can't because you can't balance all
I
these
can't do
MOBAs.
both. I want to play as Asmodan in a MOBA. God damn it. And Mephisto's there. And Diablo, but it's also like the ugliest version of Diablo I've seen of among the many versions of Diablo. And that made me sad.
Gross.
They have Mephisto. I have to. And every playable class, it seems, from Diablo. They put, like, character names of it on them. But then you, like, click the character. It's literally just, like, the base design of, like, the class from Diablo 3.
That is so lazy to add multiple characters.
I love that, though.
I get it, yeah.
Then it leads to stuff like the Witch Doctor, my favorite class from Diablo 3, where you're throwing spiders at enemies and frogs.
That's hilarious.
So that's the one I'm actually like most excited for, even though it's the least polished and not supported anymore.
Do people still play it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been still doing AI matches, and I find matches just because I'm not confident enough to do a player match yet. Right? I said they couldn't compete or support their esports scene anymore.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah, as long as lights stay on.
Probably not indefinitely, but...
It has been like stopped for a while now. I want to say it's been like at least a year or two since they stopped supporting it.
Speaking of Blizzard, I didn't watch it, but I mean, you probably did because you watch most of his streams, but Aspen put out a video today, something about a new Diablo video.
I don't think I've watched it yet. Because I watched most of it. I tried to save those for work. But there is like a...
Something about a
big new patch. There's a big like item rework coming through for this season.
I don't know if I'm going to be going back to Diablo 4.
I would just recommend getting the last trophy and that's it. I mean, I'm going back though. I already re-downloaded it.
I would have to re-download it.
I'm excited for the item update.
That's 110 gigs.
The thing with the item update though is like, I think it reaffirms every single person that said Diablo needed exactly another year of development, because it is exactly what it needed. It's the stat squish, like they're getting rid of all the like the conditional stats, making crafting items better, making items better in general. I'm like, yep. So everyone was right. It took exactly 12 months.
Well, that's the thing that sucks too. Mostly about it is like, so that's like 4 times that I played, going through like probably 5 hours or more of gameplay, and I either replaced 1 or 0 pieces of gear.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Very.
Took a while to even explain all of the changes, to be honest.
And to be honest, I don't quite care enough just to know that cool, this item changes. They were needed. Did they get rid of the outrageous number of substats?
Yes, they're doing that. They're increasing the numbers. Couple more item systems.
How many substats are they removing? Because there's like 30 something of them.
I don't think they actually put out like a list because there's not patch notes yet. But they're saying like all of the conditional ones, and they're adding a couple like OG ones, like resource on kill.
Oh, nice.
Which is a huge one. I missed that so fucking much.
Huge.
Enormous. And there's like more access to health on kill, and they also added like some class specific stat lines now too.
I mean, there's still some content that I could do in it, so maybe someday I'll just download it again, because again, I own it, I just don't have it downloaded.
Yeah.
There's only a certain number of downloads you can do, right?
No. I also remember thinking that back in the day, but if anyone proved it untrue, it would be me. I have re-downloaded so many games so many times. I think I've re-downloaded Final Fantasy VII Rebirth like 4 times.
Well, there you go. Thanks for proving it wrong for me. Because that would...
Dead by Daylight, I have re-downloaded that a shitload of times.
Because that would be infuriating on Sony, from Sony's part. To Sony.
I would absolutely contest it if that was the case.
Speaking of Sony, what I don't really know the full details, but was it Sony's uh-oh?
It was absolutely Sony's uh-oh.
Or was it Helldivers uh-oh?
It was 100% Sony's uh-oh. They wanted people to register for a PSN account, even though if they're just playing on PC.
Yeah.
Or they couldn't play anymore.
Which is horrible. So you're basically saying, oh, you don't own a PlayStation, you can't play this game.
Well, you can make an account without a PlayStation, which is the side of it where I'm like, oh, you guys are seeming a little entitled to me. You got a Riot account, a Battle.net account, you got a Uplay account, a Epic Games account, but God forbid Sony. But on the other hand, why do you need this, Sony? Why do you need...
So you don't... Because, you don't need a PlayStation to make a PlayStation Network account.
No, so they're either just, like, wanting to harvest data, or... Some people are saying maybe punish cheaters, because then you're, like, accountable to them. But it's still, like, wildly unnecessary.
250,000 downvotes or something like that.
Oh, it was real bad. They bombed the shit out of the reviews.
Yeah, and then they walked it back almost immediately.
Yeah. The side that makes it, where I ultimately understand them, like, on the community uproar side, is that you can't get PSN accounts in every country. Some countries you just can't have a PSN account. Specifically, 177 countries that the game was sold in.
Oh.
Because Steam stepped up, offered refunds to anyone, even just regardless of playtime. And they had to delist the game in the regions that you can't make a PSN account in. And there's the list. And it was fucking enormous.
Go Steam.
Go Steam. Gaben the king.
I think the future of gaming is just on PC, to be honest with you. The way Sony's been acting.
Well, and Microsoft literally falling apart.
Yeah, and specifically stating, too, that if they don't make this work within the next, couple years or whatever, if they don't sell enough game passes or whatever.
They were talking about jumping out of the console-making industry entirely and being a publisher instead. Yeah. Which I think it would be the right move for them. I would do that before another console generation comes out, because why would you sink... If you have it in your mind that that's your strategy, why even sink the investment to make your next console?
That would be horrific, by the way. Because that means that Sony would just be even worse. Because they're like, well, now we got a monopoly, basically. Yep. Because...
Minus Nintendo, but yeah... Okay. Nintendo can't even run some of the games that PlayStation has that are third party, so
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, are you an indie developer? Yes? Okay, then you're on Switch. Do you make Mario games and those kind of games similar to it, like Zelda, Kirby? Yeah. Yes? Then you're on Nintendo. No? Then you're on PlayStation.
Are you garbage shovelware meant to scam people out of money? Here, you can be on both. You can be everywhere.
So...
Are you furry match 3 puzzles? All of them. You can go everywhere.
Yeah, so if Xbox backs out of it, the amount of bullshit that Sony's going to start pulling... Yeah, because they can. It's like
specifically, the first thing that comes to mind is online subscription prices, because now there's again literally just Nintendo there holding the line between like what kind of price is acceptable to have internet play. Yeah.
What is it right now on PlayStation? You don't need anything on PlayStation right now.
You do.
You can play online with more. There's certain games.
Games you can, but a large chunk of them you need
PlayStation Plus. Yeah. Which is weird though, because I have the plus symbol next to my name when I log in, but I don't pay for anything for Sony.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I don't ever have a subscription that comes out for PlayStation.
I pay every 3 months to have that symbol next to my name.
Oh. Not me. But at the same time, I don't have access to like the free game of the month thing that comes with the PlayStations. Or I just don't know where to look to download it.
I'd say you should look, because that is literally what the lowest tier of having that subscription gets you. Yeah.
So either I have the lowest non-payable tier.
Oh, no, I mean the lowest payable tier, even. Yeah.
But again, because I'm pretty active with checking what comes in and out of my bank account. And I've never seen a PlayStation. And also, I do actively check my email like every day, and I don't it would go to my email account's been linked to my PSN account since I made it back in fucking forever ago on the PSP days. So let's see, let's go look up PlayStation in my email right now.
Oh, yeah, you don't need PSN for... PlayStation Plus to play predecessor.
I get a lot of emails from fucking PlayStation, apparently. But none of these are saying anything about, other than like, thank you for your purchase for games. I don't see anything in my, in here about pricing or like payment confirmation, because basically everything I have a subscription for will send me an email when, like, you're being charged or whatever. But yeah, so I play Smite, Predecessor, and 14. And I know for a fact 14 does not require PlayStation Plus. You just need internet access because it's hosted on Square Enix's servers, not Sony's. But if they're going to start charging me to be online, that's...
Yeah, they should have already been, to be fair.
I don't think so. I think that's bullshit.
No, it is bullshit, but I'm saying that's been the precedent since PS3. Is paying to play online. Since PS3, you needed PlayStation Plus to play online.
Yeah, like Call of Duty and shit like that, but in like the big games. I've been playing online games forever. Like I said, I don't pay anything. And I don't think you should. I pay internet for that shit. Why do I have to pay you to use my internet with you? Fuck out of here.
I mean, it wouldn't be a change, is all I'm saying, because like it's been needed for generations.
Again, for certain things.
Yeah.
And I'd like it to either stay where it is or be gone. I don't want to
Well, never be gone.
No, never.
That's never going to happen.
No. As soon as you give the power to charge money for something, then that is going to be charged money for forever. However, the second PlayStation, it would suck for me. Well, no, actually, I take it back. Because, oh no. There's got to be mods for computer add-ons. Because I know you can just plug an Xbox controller straight into a computer and have it work. But I wonder if you could do the same thing for a PlayStation controller. Put software on your controller. Because I'll just not... The only game I would care about on my PlayStation to play online for would be 14.
Maybe Monster Hunter.
Fuck. You're right.
I'm right.
You're so right.
But does that come out on PC at the same time?
It might be for the next one. Seems to be that's what has been moving. At least the PC releases of games have been coming closer to console releases. You know. So worldwide releases. So hopefully, Monster Hunter's like that. But yeah, I'll just switch to playing on my PC instead. I'll just have to get over it and learn WASD. Not something I would want to do because I enjoy having my console. Or like, then that means, am I gonna just even have internet access on it, even to watch like my anime and Crunchyroll and shit like that?
This is like a really weird answer. I was looking up like just general questions, and one of the questions that got answered is there a way to play games online without purchasing PS Plus? And one of the answers says, not if the game is free, you don't need PlayStation Plus. And that's like such a weird answer.
That is a weird answer.
It's an incredibly weird answer.
Because like technically 14's not free.
No.
Maybe it's
again, I think they probably gave that an exception just to
because
which Xbox didn't.
You need Game Pass.
You need both. Yeah.
That sucks.
Super blows. Did you hear about when the people were getting banned for looking for a free company?
Yeah, I did hear about that. Which is weird though, because which makes no sense, because I don't understand if that's the case, how intrusive is Xbox, because you're on Square Enix's servers now. If you're entering shit into your chat logs in the game,
are they key what's the word for that?
matching your keys because you gotta pull up the fucking
key logging.
Yeah. So that's fucked.
Yeah.
Because again, as soon as I connect to, because this has happened to me before, like with DDoS attacks. Because remember how, back in the day when Sony got those DDoS attacks and you couldn't access PSN.
Yeah.
If I was already logged into 14 and then PSN goes down, I won't get logged out of 14 because my internet access is still up and I'm already connected to Square Enix's side.
So now that makes me wonder if Sony just makes you pay to play on their servers specifically, like games that use their servers, but at the same time,
so
what games would that be?
Yeah, because like
Destiny's free, because that's technically owned by PlayStation these days.
Call of Duty, but Call of Duty is massive.
And I'm pretty sure Warzone, the Warzone side is free. So do they make you pay for PlayStation Plus to do Warzone? Like,
yeah, because Call of Duty has their own servers, but now that Xbox owns them anyway, so it's like, how is that going to work? But yeah, because that's happened to me before.
What am I paying for?
Because
do I need PlayStation Plus? I've been paying for it for so long.
I don't think you do. Cancel it for a month.
I should just check for each of my games specifically.
Yeah.
Maybe Gigantic shit. That's a paid game that has servers, but I can't play it right now. So
what
the fuck? Shit. I've actually considered rebuying it for PC and just saying fuck it.
Well, because like I said, the only part I need PlayStation Network for to play 14 is literally just to connect to the server. Once I'm on the Square Enix side server, I'm on their servers. Just like how I cannot play that game if Square Enix servers are down, but PSN servers are fine. What are you Googling?
What games do need PlayStation Plus?
Oh, yeah, that's a good... Watch it be an infinitesimally small list. So no, Game Pass, that one is quite a large list. You need fucking Game Pass to do basically anything on Xbox, right?
None of the answers make sense.
What does it say?
What games require PS Plus to play? AAA titles like COD and Battlefield need PS Plus for their online, but online-only games like Warframe and World of Tanks don't. What?
But Call of Duty is also...
What are the rules? What are the rules? What are the rules?
There are no rules. Yeah, that's weird.
Why are you lying to me? Like Nintendo Switch Online and Xbox Live Gold, PlayStation Plus is necessary if you want to play games online with the system of your choice.
But again, I don't pay for it. Or maybe I do and I've just not seen it. Maybe it's a yearly charge, but I doubt it.
Next time you're on, you know the main game select screen?
Yeah.
All the way to the left, there's a PlayStation Plus symbol section. Click that.
Oh, I've clicked that before and it asked me to log into something.
And then there's monthly games tab there.
Okay, I'll check next time. I'll check in a week because again I'm playing Celebrate.
Yeah.
And I'm offline right now. Cause censorship is not for me. So sucks for you guys that downloaded the game digitally. I can play it uncensored.
Yeah.
Yay me.
Say not me.
No, yay me.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No, I meant not me.
No. But at the same time, if I want New Game Plus,
yeah,
I gotta update the game.
Which at that point, I mean,
for shit. But
would it really hurt you so bad that damn, I can't replay the regular vanilla version over again right now?
Yeah, but New Game Plus has 34 new outfits or something like that.
Yeah. By that point, you already beat the game. You might as well.
Yeah. Maybe someday. But again, I own the physical, so.
Yeah.
That's why I love physical copies, because I can play them forever,
I used to love physical copies, and then I got physical copies that take up 85 gigs of my hard drive still. And I stopped loving physical copies really fast.
Yeah.
Horizon is still like 90 gigs of my hard drive, and we have that as physical.
It's ridiculous. Though, actually, weird, because... So I don't understand it, right? I don't get this. It makes no sense. The video I saw, anyway. Maybe it's specifically what it said. All right, let me just say. So when I put in Stellar Blade, the whole game is on the disc. It's 34 gigs, whatever. I can be completely disconnected from the internet, put it in, and play the game. It downloads. It takes about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and I'm in the game and I'm playing. I watched a video today about CDs, talking about CDs and how they could only hold 8 gigabytes of storage. It's like, is that like... CDs aren't not different than a game disc. It's still a CD.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if that's true or not. But they were saying that because of how the data is stored, they write the data on the disc with a laser. Then you put it in your disc reader, and the disc reader reads that data with another laser. So you're compacting the data as small as you can get it with said laser to fit as much stores. But you run out of space, because quite literal space, because you run out of room
on the disc
to write the data. But there's new technology they're working on right now to make like a thicker disc, so it's layered, so that they can, on like a single disc, they're saying...
Yeah, like
it was something like
how much the single laser point is reading by making it like go through.
Now again, this is on the internet.
Yep.
Take it with a grain of salt. Some person was talking that was not involved in the process. They were talking about a process that they heard, but they were saying that this new thing that they're trying to get it so that a single disc of this style, which is again a little thicker, thicker. I don't know how much thicker.
Yeah.
120 something terabytes on a single disc.
God.
And that blew my mind, because it's like, if that's the case, or even if they get a fraction of that amount, then any game should be able to put the entirety of the game on just the disc.
We dream.
But I mean, that's what the download is still too, because it's like PS2 games, you didn't need to download a game. You put it in,
there was a certain transitionary period. Because I remember there was a point where games would start asking me to download a chunk onto the system to reduce load times. There's like a period where a bunch of games asked me to do that.
Because like even Stellar Blade, technically the game's not on the disc, because I put it in and I needed to download.
It still downloaded the whole fucking game.
It downloaded the 34 gigs, yeah. So maybe it is true that the 8 gigs limit of a disc or whatever.
Yeah.
Because PS2 games, and even there's certain PS3 games too, you just put the disc in and you go.
You just play. It's just your save data that needed to be saved.
Yeah, that's it.
And some settings data.
Yeah, that's fucking nothing. So, I would love to be able to go back to those days of just...
I would buy discs again. I'd go out of my way to buy CDs again. But if they're going to take up the same space on my console, and I seemingly have unlimited re-downloads, then I'm just going to...
keep re-downloading.
Yeah.
Because why would you not do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hopefully...
I'm pretty confident I'm right on that too, by the way, because I've also re-downloaded the Borderlands Handsome Collection like a bajillion times.
Now, I mean, I don't play Xbox. I don't own an Xbox. I probably won't. I like some of what Xbox was doing in the sense that Phil Spencer seems to be very much pro-gamer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's been some other shady stuff that Xbox has been doing. But at the same time, Sony's been doing much more shady shit.
Yeah.
And I like competition. I don't like Monopoly, because when it's in Monopoly, nobody wins except the Monopoly.
The problem is, I'm not even going to give an illusion I would never switch to Xbox. My PlayStation account is so stacked.
Same.
I could never.
I could never deal with the joysticks.
I also could never deal with the joysticks. But even like
could not
my trophies, my backlog, because like I could download any of my PS4 games and play them right now.
Yeah. I just whip out my PS4.
Yeah. Well, I could still download them onto my external hard drive and just let me play it off of that.
Mm-hmm. You can put a disc straight in. A PS4
if I had any.
Yeah.
I think the only disc game I have left is Skyrim. I still have one copy of Skyrim somewhere.
The only reason because I played when we were playing Monster Hunter Worlds. I was playing it on my PS4.
I was playing it on my external hard drive.
Because I could have put it in the PS5, but I wanted the save data, and I just didn't feel like. I'd say I didn't feel like it, but it would have taken me all of 2 minutes because I had turned on my PlayStation 4 to then play it on PlayStation 4, and all I would have had to do.
Move the cloud save over.
Yeah, and it would have taken 15 seconds.
It sure would have.
But
it still takes a while to load on PS5, so you're really not. It's not really any difference.
Yeah, and I just didn't want to download it onto my PS5 because at the time.
Because you don't have an external hard drive.
I do not know.
If I didn't, Monster Hunter would not be on my hard drive right now.
I'm sure a lot of things wouldn't be.
This sure wouldn't.
How big is your external hard drive?
2 terabytes.
Oh, yes. You could fucking throw
I leave a whole bunch of games on there that I don't play. Like, they have Path of Exile on there, the Mega Man Legacy Collection, all of my Borderlands games.
And what's good about that as an external hard drive is there's nothing taking up that space other than the games. Like, on the PlayStation 5 says that it has 1 terabyte storage, but it's really... Like
has all of the operating system
it's
stuff.
It's like 830 gigs.
Yeah.
So you lost like 175 gigs just to PlayStation stuff. Not then counting any apps you have downloaded.
Like the 95 I have lost to Cyberpunk and the 90 I have lost to Horizon.
Just gotta beat those fucking games.
I gotta lock in on Cyberpunk, but I just do so much side content in Cyberpunk. Every time I log in at GTA, I go to all the little side jobs and do those.
I'm a huge side content player. I try and clear as many. I try and clear all of the side quests in my first go. That's what I'm doing.
I am when I like a game, and I like Cyberpunk, so I've been massively over.
So 7 Rebirth. I didn't miss a single quest going through. I didn't get a trophy for beating all quests this time, so I feel like there might be something in a new game plus.
Something you're missing.
Because it legit tells you when you open the map, it tells you how many side quests you have. So you have completed in each zone. It'll be like, oh, you did 3 out of 7. Even if you look, and you're like, there's not 4 more quests here. They'll unlock later or something after you do some stuff.
Nice.
But Sony Monopoly bad.
Sony Monopoly very bad. Sony Monopoly's already been bad for anime, so.
Yes. But it's alright. Helldivers been making moves, so. And it's
they've all been making some big moves. Literally all of the streaming services are they have been slowly trying to get more anime, but I think the urgency's really starting to hit them.
Yeah, but the only thing that hurts Helldive is they don't have an app for a PlayStation or something. But
I don't think on my smart TV either.
No. They just don't have an app at all.
Well,
actually, no, that's live because they do have an app on the phone now, which is godsend, so I don't have to use my fucking internet browser. I just open the app.
Nice.
So I have that. So if they have that app, maybe they have apps elsewhere. But I know PlayStation still doesn't have a Helldive app. Which is unfortunate.
Brutal.
But it doesn't matter. Because, it sleeps in my heart. My original anime-ness will always remain there and could always argmady its way back out. Because I will 1,000,000,000% pirate the shit out of all of my anime if I need to. Watch me.
Oh, so much work. I'll just drop all my anime.
I would never. I can't.
I already watched 1 a season, so.
Yeah. I watched too many. I counted. Actually, yesterday when I was going to watch him, I was like, that's 5 episodes to have to watch right now. And I knew My Hero came out, and I wasn't even going to watch it. I told my wife it was out. She's like, oh, can we watch it? I was like, you can watch it. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And then I was...
You saw a big, beefy woman riding a fighter jet, and you're like, okay.
Well, I kept peeking over, but yeah, so throughout the whole... I watched the whole fight. So, as usual with anything, when she watches TV and I'm quote-unquote playing video games. And then I know Demon Slayer's sometime this month too, I believe. So, I did another one because it's Konosuba, Shoga Tensei, Spice and Wolf, Slime,
ReZero.
Well, ReZero
is gonna be this season, I'm pretty sure.
I thought so too, but I haven't heard anything about it yet, so I might have gotten it wrong, and then it might be in the June.
Maybe they pushed it back. They said, oh shit, too many actually popular isekai are coming out.
Let's see. Release dates. Oh shit, October 24. Well, 2024, October. So, when Dandadan's there. So, I was just way off. This whole time I'm like, oh yeah, spring. Nope.
It's very telling of how I feel about isekai, that I like stories about reality more now. I don't want to escape to another world anymore.
You just want to stay here.
Yeah.
Whatever. Speaking of anime, now, I don't know if this news was conflated together into one, because I had saw something about it first, but then started seeing the new posts like the next day or two after, and I was like, So, this studio that makes 1000 Year Blood War of Bleach,
yes.
Pierrot, how do you say it?
Pierrot?
Yeah.
A French word.
Yeah, right there.
I guess, yeah, Pierrot.
They wish to make high quality productions like JJK and Demon Slayer. So they are making a
is that a tacit admission that they already aren't doing that? Because I feel like they are already doing that
with Bleach. Yeah. So what I saw first,
my blood, you're doing just fine. You don't have to.
There's a caveat to it though, because there's more to that. So the first part that I saw was that they were planning to make season 3 of 1000 Year Blood War arc even higher quality than the previous ones. They're looking to make it like movie quality, but I don't know if that got conflated into what this news actually was, that people were thinking.
I hope so, because again, it's already looking really good, guys. You don't. Yeah.
But for this one, they want to make shorter, smaller projects, because like Bleach is a big project, JJK is big, Demon Slayer's big projects. They want to make smaller, concise, but of that same high quality. So they've made
the indie game route.
Yeah, they made a side studio to dedicate towards that, and I'm like, I'm all for that. I mean, to take your time on small projects, like if it's like a one season, one and done type deal, and it just fucking massively high quality, I'm like,
put up some one shots too that way.
Yeah. Or just any one-shots to be like, all right, let's just go through the manga one-shots and just start pumping some of these fucking things out. Yeah. Like how, what's the one that's coming out?
Look Back?
Yes. Fujimoto's, right? Mm. Yeah.
One of his
3? 2?
Many. Like two after Chainsaw Man, but he also has like a collection of short stories from before Fire Punch.
Yeah.
But the 2 big ones, yeah. And I'm willing to bet Goodnight Airie's going to get an anime adaptation probably soon.
Every time I see her, I'm like, that's just us.
It is just us. But they're scooping up the Fujimoto properties like it's highway robbery.
But, it's good stuff. Not good stuff on the video game side, though.
No, it's bad stuff.
Some trying times ahead, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe we're just being hyperbolic or doom and gloom in it.
Oh no, I still got bangers coming, so I'm not worried about the video game industry. I like indie games. I'm saved. I'll make it to the mothership. I got Slay the Spire 2 coming. Hades 2 dropped today. Some days
Hades 2 came out?
Yeah, it's in early access, but yeah, it came out today. Silk Song someday, when it decides to grace me like Jesus coming back.
Someday.
It'll come back the day the world is gonna end.
It's like, oh hey, by the way, guys, Silk Song's out.
There's
a meteor that's gonna land in like an hour.
And then 1 million Silk Song fans logged in, all of them choosing to spend their final moments in Silk Song. Me included. I mean, it's sad because a lot of the games I've looked forward to in the last couple months have all shit the bed in some way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm almost scared to be excited for more of the games coming.
Well, we'll find out next month because that's when game releases, like games released in like trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've said numerous times, the only other game for me this year, other than Dawn Trail, for 14's expansion, is Black Myth Wukong. For now, because again, there's nothing. We don't know anything that's coming out in like the fall season or early winter or whatever.
It's gonna be Silk Song, damn it.
Because they're just not announced yet. Because you don't want to announce a game like you can totally announce a game too early. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Yes. Big yes.
Huge yes. The transparency that they revealed the name just to earn some quick brownie points.
Yeah, that's it. They're like, we have a concept. Here's our proof of concept.
That same year, they also didn't have anything to show for Starfield. I remember it vividly because it was like Starfield and like 2 panning shots of space, and then Elder Scrolls 6, and it was like one hill.
Yes, I remember that. Wasn't that in like 2018?
Yeah, they literally had nothing.
Because people have been on their ass since Skyrim came out for Elder Scrolls 6.
And I think Elder Scrolls 6 like just entered pre-alpha last year. Because I remember all the tweets of people being like, oh, so you really did just have a logo.
Whatever, man. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I'm not too worried about it because most of the games I play don't require online play. Like 90% of them.
All of mine.
The only ones is Predecessor, Smite, and 14. Those are the only online games I play. Period.
So many they don't all fit on my console. They have
I have
Apex
so many
still deleted.
Players, they don't I have to delete them as soon as I beat them.
Because I got Multiverses coming, Jump Assemble, but that's a phone game, and the new Marvel Overwatch that's coming. Which is never beating the Overwatch allegations. They put out like
Marvel Overwatch?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not called that, but it is that.
So it's just Overwatch with a Marvel skin?
Yeah, it's third person instead because a lot of Marvel heroes are punchy, but it looks like Overwatch. And destructible environments, though. That is a actual like twist in the formula.
Oh, I totally lied. The new DBZ game.
Oh yeah. Speaking of destructible environments.
Yes, that's what cued me to it. They just don't make games like they used to, man.
How to make them better.
Yeah.
Sometimes, a lot of the times.
No, you can't play them.
Oh, it depends. It's case to case. They didn't make Cyberpunk back in the day. Because they physically couldn't.
Because they released it and it would. They couldn't make Cyberpunk when they made Cyberpunk.
That's true too. Shit like Baldur's Gate 3. Because I also think people have a lot of rose-colored glasses for old games.
Yes, 100%. And I am totally wearing those with my nostalgia hat.
So let's say we played, what was it? The Yu Yu Hakusho fighting a game again recently. There it is.
Dark Tournament, yeah.
That was hot garbage.
It was.
It sure was.
But I remember it being that hot garbage, though.
Same. I remember playing the Teen Titans game. That was hot garbage.
Well, but there's a lot of great games in there, though.
Nice.
Dynasty Warriors 4, Samurai Warriors, the Lord of the Rings games.
I also specifically remember the next 3 games in this series were hot garbage.
Tony Hawk.
Yep. Because it was American something after that, which was okay. And then just went like completely straight downhill.
Yeah. Oh well.
Mortal Kombat's garbage these days.
Yes. The older ones are much better.
It's true. So that one's a much stronger case. Same with Battlefront. Though, then again, they re-released Battlefront and made it worse. So yeah, that still supports your point.
They were just simpler back then.
I'm just worried about us losing our space money-wise. The money's my concern with games. We lose more and more ground every year.
Yes.
That's part that made me really sad to see people turn on Helldivers, is because they actually treated their player base so good. There's no game
because it wasn't Helldivers that did it; it was Sony that did it.
Yeah.
So turn against Sony.
In fact,
Sony's dropping. I mean, I wish I was sitting in that executive boardroom just to be like, so with the Stellar Blade thing that was going on, which was kind of a small hit, but now with this,
but yeah, it's still all
because the Stellar Blade thing. The whole thing with people saying cancel your PlayStation Plus memberships for that. But then Helldivers happened, and then they just kind of rode that train. So like, oh wait, those guys over there are canceling their PSN memberships. Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
So I wish I could see the numbers and a graph and just see how many like subscriptions were actually canceled in like these last like 2 weeks of because there's just too many people with the Helldivers thing. I don't foresee anything at the censorship of Stellar Blade. I don't see that ever again.
And it was one of the very few Sony exclusives where they like released it on PC the same day. So I'd argue there's probably like a pretty equal PC player base to the PlayStation player base for that.
I'm sure. Because there's no real metric to gauge how many people are playing on PlayStation, but Steam just tells you.
And that's why I brought up the Steam part, because you can see a chart of the user reviews, and when you see it hit the negative reviews, that bar is thick. That thing goes way down. That's what makes me so sad, though, because no one has better like prices than Helldivers for their microtransactions. It's really fucking fair. You get like a full suit of armor for like $5. Their battle passes are both cheaper and permanent. They're not like the battle pass ends and you didn't finish it. Oh, fuck you. No, you still work on through those battle passes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no one treats their players better than Helldivers.
Well,
and the CEO actually was posting messages on Reddit telling the people that were like complaining there. He's like, why are you complaining here? Nothing will change here. Go to Steam and complain where you can actually get something done. He's like, please complain about Sony on Steam, please. Get off of Reddit.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Right? He's like, our hands are tied. Go to the places where you can actually get someone to do something.
And they got it to do it quick.
Yep.
Was it 2 days?
Yeah, literally.
I don't know, man. It's just there's monopolies in all fronts, and because there's no new startups that are coming to compete.
And how could they ever? How could anyone compete in the console market? It's the same thing with like a Boeing. How does someone come up and try to compete with Boeing?
You can't, because as soon as you start to make even the smallest ripple, they'll be like, all right, I'm going to buy you out. And
or kill you, apparently.
Acquisitions are just so
disgusting. Because that reminded me of the people that bought Gearbox originally, Embracer Group, the same people that bought the Lord of the Rings rights.
Yeah,
that have been rapidly selling and closing those same studios that they bought. Like, there are studios that got bought by Embracer just because Embracer wanted to sell their own company to the Saudis for like extra money, and when that fell through, they're now closing these companies they bought. That's disgusting. Funny too,
because you can't just buy a company, you know. At least I don't think so. I mean, the company has to agree to it. But like,
they do, but these are like really smaller studios too that they're buying.
Yeah, you offer them boatloads of money, and they just see the dollar signs and bounce.
Especially Gearbox, because Gearbox was like struggling for a while. So like to get bought, like for Gearbox to get bought, gives them like the hope to keep the doors open,
or just the way out.
Yeah,
it's their sort of bankruptcy type thing.
I don't know if it's quite at bankruptcy, but the way that every time they talk pretty grimly about it.
But at the same time, it's like, if we don't take this buyout option now, the next time it comes around, it'll be half that price.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get it.
The part that kills me is that they can just so easily shut down the same studios they bought. I feel like that's the part that needs to get targeted by, I don't know, I don't want to say legislation, but maybe even legislation, because that's pretty disgusting that they can't just reform as their company they were before. You bought them and could just destroy them, and they have no say over being the same company still. It just seems so wrong there.
Yeah, monopoly laws really need an overhaul.
Insane overhaul.
But that's a topic for it.
Yeah, it's its own topic.
It's its own topic.
We could have gone into this episode as that topic.
Yeah. It's a topic, too, that I feel like I would want to do some research on first.
The actual law.
So I don't sound like an idiot.
There's something wrong there. Something's broken.
Yes, 100%.
It reminds me how Microsoft buying up Activision Blizzard and then immediately laying off a shitload of them for redundancies.
Well,
which is true. You're going to have redundant roles now that you're forming up into one,
Makes sense, yeah. It's the
optics of spending all that money to get them.
Yeah. I just never get that, because how much money did they spend?
Let me get it's a lot of fucking money. I think it's the largest video game acquisition ever.
I feel it was double-digit billions.
68.7 billion.
So, how do you ever make that money back?
You don't. Right? You're not making that back up. I mean, maybe. I wouldn't be confident. This is like the shakiest maybe in the world. But you're looking at the properties they have. They now have Call of Duty. Before I even get to Blizzard, the actual big money maker, King. The mobile game makers behind Candy Crush and shit. That's the money.
That's part of them?
Yeah, it's Activision, Blizzard, King. The King part gets forgotten a lot. Because the other two are hardcore PC gamers. But no, they do have an entire mobile company that was bought in that. And then Blizzard, which I don't know how much money Blizzard's bringing in, but at least they have a game that, well, technically two games that are under the same subscription service, as in Classic WoW and Retail WoW.
Yeah, but all right, so on the high end, WoW was getting 10 to 15 million.
Yeah.
So that's nothing.
That's still nothing. Yeah, compared to
$68 billion.
Yeah, 68.7 billion.
WoW's what, $15 a month?
I have actually no clue how much WoW is.
I'm gonna assume that's how much WoW is. So let's be generous and say there's 15 times.
Yeah, 15 a month.
I'm gonna say, which is, there's no way there's 8 million people subscribed to WoW right now. There's just no way. So we'll go on a low end and say that there's 3 million, and even that I think is a high end. That's $45 million a month.
It is a month though.
So 45. All right, so zeros.
And there's no way to know how much they're making in microtransaction sales.
Divided by 45 million.
Because all it takes is a few Overwatch whales to really inflate those numbers too.
That's, divide that by 12. It would take 120 years.
Off of just the WoW subs.
Of just the WoW subs. At 3 million subscribers a month.
Because they're also, every property in all three of those companies is loaded with microtransactions.
Yeah. Yes.
Filled
with it, yes. And then Call of Duty is filled with it. Call of Duty. Yeah. But
the main games don't even make as much as Warzone does anymore. It might as well just be Warzone.
But again, I'm sure that there's corporate ways to make money off of that.
And once they make
the stock prices or something,
and every Call of Duty is going to make a return, yes. And then the King's probably making the secret fortune behind all of them.
Yeah, I was going to say we're just little poor people speculating on how they make money off of a $68 billion purchase.
Yeah, Bubble Witch Saga, Candy Crush Jelly Saga, Candy Crush Saga, Farm Heroes Saga. What the fuck is Scrubby Dubby Saga?
I don't know. Does Candy Crush have microtransactions?
Probably. I mean, it's a mobile game. It's got to find a way. Probably level skips and shit like that, or like energy.
Yeah, that's weird.
So you can keep playing the game. Bullshit.
Agreed. Whatever. Yeah. Fuck it. They make money somehow. Good on them, I guess.
It is still going to take, regardless, it is going to take forever to make that shit back, even with all three of the companies.
If they even ever.
I bet they would, but it's going to. They can't fuck up. You can't have a bad Call of Duty in that time. And you need to literally fix Blizzard.
Well, that makes sense right there. Because it really doesn't fucking matter. Because again, you gotta think Microsoft bought.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
That's Xbox. A drop in the bucket. Yeah,
they've made $61 billion in the first quarter of 2024. So technically, they've already made their money back from the acquisition as a whole for Microsoft in general. But yeah. Okay. Enough talk of all of that, though.
Actually, I've got one more figure actually for you, just for some more
context.
Yeah. Diablo 4 in just its initial sales. I don't really have a time period for you, but it made $666 million. It's only half of one of those billions. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's half of one of those billions. Yeah, that's not bad. It was the fastest selling Blizzard game, too, by their own admission. That's why I was like, that might actually be a good figure to get some like idea of what they need to be making back that kind of money.
That's why they don't want fucking refunds on video games, because then they come out with a game like Diablo that people had issues with in the beginning that would have probably returned their purchase, but now are unable to.
And again, in hindsight, I think a lot of Diablo's problems could have been fixed by just being in early access longer. Even if you sold the game and just said, hey, we're still in open beta, I think it would have saved them so much PR. Probably. But they didn't.
That's them.
Yeah. More games need to normalize delays. Like, I get that you want to hit certain, like, release dates, but I feel like that kills so many more games than anything else.
Well, I understand certain things because, like, for instance, Cyberpunk fucked themselves because they wanted to delay it more, but they had delayed it so much that they had the pressure to release it.
Yeah, they got the oppressed gamers emailing them about how much they want to firebomb their studio.
And it's like, maybe you should have just waited until you're further along into production before announcing that the game is coming out. Like, you should be like 80% done with the game before you announce the game, or maybe even 90. You should be at the bug testing stage.
Yeah, at least 50. Cause, I mean, you also want to get pre-orders.
No, because it's going to be more. Because the whole standard marketing thing is you want 6 months before the game is released is when you announce the game and start the marketing campaign. 6 months. 6 months to do 50% of the game that you just spent 5 years making.
I think that's part of the problem is they want that upfront money from pre-orders too.
Yeah. Which is just...
Which sounds like... Which would be hemorrhaging from your future.
Exactly. But I think we should end it there.
Yeah. Next week we'll have more.
Yes. Golden Week will be over, and all of our glorious chapters will be back.
Kagurabachi!
JJK!
Or Kagurabachi.
JJK. Sadness.
I don't know. I mean, Yuji's locked in. I'm pretty locked in right now.
Yeah.
Got a little updraft in me now.
But Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Episode 61.
Peace.
Take care, y'all.